Disclaimer, this isn't a ripoff of TTJE guy. I made this timeline way before he even made the video, so you can't call me a copycat even if I uploaded the video after. So, believe it or not, my channel has lore. And by lore, I mean a really, really big timeline that we're gonna cover in this video. A timeline that goes from all the way from 1923 all the way to 2024. So yeah, 100 years of events. Now let's start talking about the timeline in chronological order. So 1923 is the year Edward's Day Out takes place, where Edward goes out of the shed after 3 years of being in there. In the summer of 1936, the engines were playing Monopoly. It went horribly wrong. Also, James's first death happened in 1936. This is one of many deaths James will have until 1996. In 1949, Percy got slaughtered by Barry. 1949 is also the year Mama Henry takes place, where Henry gets made fun of by James because Percy called him Mama. James also died in 1949. Thomas and Percy were meant to take a balloon, but here's the thing, they forgot the balloonie. Toby also arrives in 1952, and that same day, James crashes into some tar tankers. Stanley arrives in 1953, and James and Percy talk about masturbation. Thomas and James become friends with Arthur, but the friendship ends when Thomas kicks Arthur's sister so hard she needed to go to the works for a year. Thomas, you just assaulted a woman! That's a woman. In 1961, James crashes, causing death number 3. James obliterates Oliver, causing death number 4. We skip right ahead to the 80s, because in the 70s, nothing important happened. The only thing that's important is, Edward retired of banking. That's it. That's all that happened. Thomas also becomes the fastest engine ever conceived, until he derailed and died. Toad has been hating the engines ever since 1959. Wherein Douglas killed his brother Dominic. So he and Douglas went to the power plant and did something. And now Solder went completely insane. In 1996, the engines have all been to slaves. Toad revived Thomas and made him into a demon. Douglas was getting Thomas out and then got attacked by him. Oliver and James, who were the only engines that weren't enslaved, went to kill Toad. It worked, taking them and Douglas in the process. The only one that didn't die was Thomas, who's now immortal. Donald killed himself the next year. Sir Handel was taking the van to the country fair, but got stuck on the bridge. The van did not survive. 2 weeks later, Scarlotti tried to take the van for his own nefarious goals. He failed and died. Henry got a gun that he now calls Felicia. Felicia was the gun that was used by Kurt Cobain. 2024 is also the year Toad 2 takes place, but I haven't even released that yet, so it doesn't count. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new about my videos. The Roblox ones, to be specific. Anyways, bye.